The HIV/AIDS pandemic has ravaged the African population. With thousands dying every day, the need for the Salvation Army's faith-based care has never been greater. Salvation Army facilities throughout Zimbabwe and Malawi are bringing hope to those who have been affected by HIV and AIDS. Just outside of Bulawayo, Zimbabwe, the Salvation Army runs a camp for children who have been orphaned by the pandemic. The Masia camp is a modern and well-kept facility. The public relations manager, Ngaba Terence Ndlovu, gave us a tour of the facility.
What kind of support do the children get when they come here?
We're offering psychosocial support for the children, and it's combined with experiential learning program with adventure-based education, where they participate, they learn by participation.
And what's the purpose?
The purpose is to help them deal with their inner emotions, so that they can gain self-confidence, self-esteem, and they ultimately want them to be able to express themselves.
We ended our tour in the amphitheater. I was touched by the words on the dedication plaque. Children are safe in God's hands. How true that is. In Malawi, we visited the Salvation Army Blantyre Community Center in the village of Mwadi. With the help of hundreds of volunteers, the center provides counseling and food to thousands of children orphaned by HIV/AIDS. When we arrived on campus, the children and volunteers welcomed us with song. A group of orphans wearing grass skirts sang as they performed a traditional African dance. The lyrics were changed to a strong anti-AIDS message. Another group performed a skit about a Salvation Army officer asking the local chief's permission to offer HIV/AIDS education in his village. Of the 3,400 orphans in the area, the center only has enough food to feed 1,600 each day. That thought will linger with me every time I sit down to a meal. One evening I had an opportunity to speak with Auxiliary Captain Dr. Felicia Christians. She is a member of the Salvation Army's Africa Regional Facilitation Team, a group that is studying the effects of the HIV/AIDS pandemic in Africa.
I think it's not possible to work in the field of HIV/AIDS and not to be touched and affected by it. It's very hard to see babies, many of them abandoned, but basically afflicted and affected by HIV and AIDS and virtually just wasting away in front of your eyes. Through the Salvation Army, we've also started care and prevention teams, and these can be members of CORE, they can be volunteers, but these members basically go into communities, sit down with communities or households, have discussions with them, have conversations with them, find out what the needs are within communities. I'm just reminded of the general recently said that the two arms of the Salvation Army, the social and the evangelical, is like a bird with two wings, that you can't fly if the one doesn't function. And I think it's very much like that yes, we've got very strong social responses in the Salvation Army, but we can't just rely on those solely. We need the evangelical wing as well in order to balance and provide us with the ability to fly. And it's a little bit like that in the care that we offer to people too, that we need to combine with that the spiritual response and just bring hope to people. Not just suffering humanity, but save souls and grow saints. And that basically is the mission, even in the medical field of the Salvation Army in Africa.
As my trip was coming to an end, I was looking forward to getting home and sharing my stories with family and friends. I had found a new appreciation for the work that so many Salvation Army officers and volunteers are doing there. The Salvation Army is achieving the seemingly impossible because of compassionate hearts that overflow with love to God and man. I thank God for allowing me to have this special, unique experience. Giving to World Services is your opportunity to be a part of the Salvation Army's work. You have seen how the money you give is feeding the hungry, caring for the sick, and saving souls around the world. Now is the time to open your heart and give someone a chance for a better life.